Okay. That was the problem. It was slightly unplugged, but enough to have power on the lights. I was like, why is this doing that? Alright, folks. We're here to finish up the DLC. I've got like 7 puzzles left. Or so. And that's it. I don't know if there's like a finale puzzle. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And as soon as we're done, I'm starting up the Elden Ring DLC. So we need to get that done. Played. I'll take my time with it before this Friday. So. What's the date today? 23rd. Zach, let me check some shit. There's something else I was gonna look up. Hooey. Walk through a hallway with lasers on the outside section. My favorite. Let's see what's in there. I mean, at least this time you're not walking to get to the end in the back. You're getting a switch. More lasers. It's like, it's not that the laser puzzles aren't possible at quality. I just want to see some cool shit, man. On a personal level, I've just seen laser puzzles, you know, just taken to their zenith plenty of times already, and I don't know what Talos 2 is going to do better than the Talos 1 ones I've seen. So. It's like you can do RGB and alternators and shit, but at the end of the day, the form of them ain't gonna be as spicy as doing like a gravity puzzle or something. Like, still fun, but that's probably more personal than anything. That flips the switch to open this. You might as well just put the end there. Oh, I guess then you have to come back out. Leave it off in there. I assume this is just the answer. Not quiet. Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't this been... I mean, it's like, I know I've seen it in other places, but... This one seemed familiar.
Byron? I don't know if you're receiving
Whatever,
this,
man.
but we're still looking for you. We're not giving up. Herman is getting in
If they're
our
gonna
way.
be whatever, at least have them be
I'll
quick,
take the
man.
megastructure apart brick by brick if I have to.
Jesus. This little word. The guitar. Music becoming more epic. I need to get a fan. This is a big puzzle here. Matters, but let's see what's down here. But I don't want to dedicate too hard. Large. Well, I can't get up there and adjust them, so. Without the fan. I've got 3 connectors. I don't think I can do green in a single shot. So I had one more. It's like maybe you could pull from. Like you shoot a blue to one, and then maybe you could shoot a blue to that. Problem is I can't do green in one. I think. I imagine I need both of the lads here. Can't really pass him anything. I mean, I can, but not yet. Try to do this in 2. Is there any reason I'd want to take this right now? I could just give it to my dude. Be a nightmare to redo, so hopefully there isn't too many lockouts. It's already kind of busy work to redo already here. Just these little bits. What's the ultimate goal? Just to hit the red on that one spot. That's all I could imagine anyways. What's the fan gonna do there? I actually just need all the dudes out here. Oh shit. There's all sorts of crap out here, man. Jesus. This looks like a pain. Gentlemen. Yeah, this feels like a Talos 1 puzzle. I'm just like going for years on it. Like there's not like a whole lot of thought, it's just lots of steps. I feel like you could lock yourself out actually pretty easily. You just like closed all the gates or something and then just fell in to one of these and then you have to restart this whole thing. Like right in here. There's super long ones like this. That scares me, man. I thought. Oh. Of course. No. Every piece must be used. Genius. At least this one has some kind of like level design going on. Ends up just kind of being this big labyrinthian kind of mess where I don't think you're doing anything particularly clever as much as you are just... Oh, you can't take that with you. Because of this thing up there. Oh, I guess I see what you could do. Ugh, God, I have to fucking run my ass back through this whole thing. Wait, how would I bring that out? I need him to come down and grab this. I forgot about it. Let's do this. Problem is we need to get back in here eventually and grab this fan, I think. I guess I don't have to. I can just sit up there. But he might need one of those connectors. Whoops. Can that hit everything there? It might be. Yeah. Let's hope so. I was like, please don't have some specific spot I gotta be in. Fuck's sakes, don't fall. Well, I mean, that was a puzzle in definition for sure. I feel like the big clever moment is you have to leave your dude up there and then use him as a jump point. I mean, it was cute. I don't hate it, but it was very Talos 1 where there's just lots of steps and lots of moments to lock yourself out. Once again, it's very linear. Like, I can only really go grab the guys at the beginning, and then it's like, well, I'm done with those, so what's left? Just the center to get those dudes. Other than, like, dropping your shit off, which it's like, well, duh, you're gonna need the stuff they have in their fucking area. It's like, there's not really much to think about. That's what I mean, is like, some of these look daunting, but when you do them, because they only allow you to do so much at once, they actually are very linear. So it's chill. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, it's just like a chill. You knock out little bits of thought. You kind of, there's a couple little things you have to think about, but over like a longer period of time. Like I said, I probably had fun with it, but nothing crazy. I mean, I like that they had like an actual like whole cute level for it and everything. Like, I'll remember that one, at least because of how it looks and like the scale of it over any like some of these random chamber ones. It's like, it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I think it still suffers from the usual Talos 2 shit where it's too focused on unlocking the next puzzle block. Abyss 12? 12. Oh, it's the sphere one. Yeah. That's definitely the most striking. I like it. It's a cute use of the mechanics and stuff. Kind of unconventional testing area. Or, puzzle area. I'm not surprised that's the one everybody would notice. I just wish they would try to do more stuff like that more often. Then you could have some spicier puzzles though. Because I mean, it's not like a hard puzzle or anything. But it stands out. Yeah, that's the title one. Oh, whatever, we'll just do it. Why is it called Leviathan Bros? I mean, that's my thing. It's like if you want it to be more mass appeal, at least make it like spicy like that one and not too hard. The problem is when it's like they're pretty simple, but also like just in the most basic, unimaginative like areas or used in like the most like base level ways. Like at least spinning two spheres and changing their rotation center point is kind of like a cute thing to manipulate with the mechanics. That opened something on the inside here. Huh. Overall, I like this DLC though. Not even really for the challenge, although I mean, it's nice having a little bit more spice, but more so that the challenge lets them kind of actually, more so that they're willing to do something a little bit more creative sometimes. And with that, sometimes you need a little challenge. Yeah, you can't just do like a cube on a switch and then the door opens if you want to be creative, right? Like if those are your hard requirements, there's only so many ways to do something like that. So. I think you can choose those. I mean, the lasers are kind of Talos, but I totally think, I mean, it's possible to do like a first-person puzzle game with all sorts of mechanics and not involve lasers. The lasers are kind of like the bread, like they're just the means that which you interact with most of the levels. I just get tired of the ones that are like purely based on laser tricks and shit. But I do think it would be, I do think they should try to do some puzzles, especially in these DLCs, just with no lasers, just to see what they can think of. But I mean, it's like, that's how you interact with all the puzzles, right? It's like how you open doors. Like, you could have pressure plates, but it's usually like lasers. Sometimes the lasers are downplayed. They're just kind of like I said, they're the glue, I suppose. You know, when I talk about laser shit, it's always like, you know, sitting in a chamber this size, and it's just like raw laser shit. Like, it's fun, but I've just seen enough of it through other shit. I don't blame them for doing it. There's just so much potential for Talos 2 puzzles. I'd rather see them dream a little bit, I guess. A little bigger. The Rathalos, yeah. Yeah, I would call it more of a sign of being unimaginative at times. I feel like I need to pull this in here. Let me see if I can do this from the other side. Like on this one, the laser stuff's not very complicated so far, right? I guess. I mean, this one so far is not much of anything, but the whole. I mean, it's about the way you'd use the hole every single time, but I mean, I think we're about to get into the actual puzzle here, so. I'm supposed to be able to hit this, but I'm gonna hit it anyways. Holy, actual cool thing. Holy moly. Yo, this with the fucking frame generation and shit. Looks really fucked. It looks surreal, man. They don't look like cubes just moving back and forth like they're supposed to. The power of deep learning. Well, okay, is this just open now? Alright, cool little moment for sure. No doubt. How indeed, man. I mean, you were only drinking the most refreshing of beverages for an entire weekend. So, I mean, I couldn't imagine. Oh, this is like going down. After you woke up, the Gatorade, man. I've got some myself in the fridge, man. Shit hits different. something up here to grab? I think so. I need red and green. Whoops. Is that a new PB or? Would you guys have done better? Same amount of people as usual? Oh shit, sick. That's a rough time to get sick. Sounds like a hell of a party. What does this do? Oh. Just to move it over to the red. I focus on getting the blue over here. Is this stuck? Do I have to reset this entire puzzle? Oh yeah. Well, at least you got something to eat for a while. Big fan of when the actual puzzle is after 10 hours of busy steps, but with chances of locking out. I guess it's not that hard, because if you just put something up there and jump down, you can't get it back, no matter what. Even if it wasn't on that little ledge, I don't have a way to get the blue down. I mean, the little reveal is cool, but I'd rather have just walked in and hit a switch and had it happen. This part's boring. I was saying earlier, it's pretty much just the usual bullshit. My man. Probably if there's some physics cheese here. Oh, there is.
Tell me of your journey, Byron, in the days after
Bros.
Athena left the city. Have you been
My
happy?
consequences.
Have you been well?
Looking back at it,
I'll just reset the
I think
puzzle.
mostly I failed.
You led the expedition to the island. If Athena is saved, it will be thanks to you. So you have not failed yet, my child.
Yeah, I heard it's got some difficulty. Alright. I might not go through the whole process of solving this, but I'll just eyeball it and we'll see if we can figure it out. Mimic tier ain't enough, man. I mean, maybe they designed it around actually using the mimic tier. And shit. Gotta just finish. So he cheated. He's a cheat. His upvote saved him. Yeah, I've heard the final's pretty hard. Pretty hard. Goto had Twitter to help him, man. Yeah. I think that's a funny one. If you're witty enough, you get infinite heals. Alright, we'll eyeball this one. I don't know if I'll actually run through the whole thing. So we just cheated this. Well, they'll have to fix that, I guess. Oh, it's the worst one? Should I just move on then? I just cheated it. I find the beginning to be super tedious to redo, and it's easy to lock yourself out at the top. I was just gonna like look at it for a bit and not actually finish it. It's just a nothing solution. It's like I figure you need to bring green in here, grab that. I mean, you should be able to do green with one, two. Because you'll have this as well. Yeah, this one seems like it's all set piece. Hello, Newton. It's going. We're almost done. It's hard to imagine this as is. I'm just imagining how I get green back here. One, two. Yeah, it's like you get the first half, which is literally just a typical like hole puzzle. And then this part. I mean, I get the idea is you're supposed to slide the red one across here, and then the red hits that. So you probably are supposed to have red on this. So it shoots across, and then you combine red and then blue with green, and then you shoot this one, probably from up here. Since you'll have blue, you have free control to set that up, so. I assume getting green in here isn't too hard. You got one to pull it in. And then you should be able to pull in red from here, so you can get, yeah, you can set up green like right here. Probably. You have more than one of these than I think. Or you're supposed to do it from high up. I don't know. It's one of those, like, I don't want to redo the whole thing. I'll take my cheese. I get the steps. There's just some in-between fiddling I'd have to be doing. I will be the cheater. If it's not a good one, that's... Definitely don't need to dedicate much time to it. Interception. Lasers? Yeah, this is like another raw ass laser one, dude. Come on, man. I assume it's something like this, just leaving it in here. Maybe not. If you're speedy enough, can you just get in there? You have to be quite speedy. I think it'll just cut off anyway, so. I guess you could cancel that. Ooh. That might be part part of the answer anyways. I just gotta set it up. Feels awfully similar to that other puzzle I did last night. Consequences. The consequences of my actions. Okay. Near identical. Ugh. Wow. What happens when these are cut off? I guess it doesn't matter. shoot green straight through there, man. Now we need red and blue. This one seems like a pain in the ass. Boy, this was pure red. These don't all need to be on, right? That'd be fucked. And impossible. It looks cute, but it's not gonna work. It's close. It's only temporarily working. Wish I could go back. Wow, that was really fun.
This language of creation that Athena discovered, what's it like? Do you understand it? Is it part of your system?
It is the
I mean, I guess it's a cute one-off. Just sit there and just kind of adjust it and get it right, but
through it, all things become beautiful.
I definitely think
Every movement of
there's a
every
bit,
particle
once again, a
is
bit more
evolution,
potential
and everything
than
that lives
just more like laser cuts left in the mechanics. This very well could be the last time we see the Talos Principle 2 mechanics. You never know, right? Alright, 2 more and maybe a finale. One-way leak. Was that supposed to fall, I assume? Only that far. Just tried something randomly. Closes that, opens that. Is it like only supposed to open some of this and not the rest of it? Ugh. I just figured it would swap between blue and red and that was the end of it. That doesn't change much, huh? You have to get one color and one the other color. What opens what, even? They're all just like fucking wires everywhere. I have no idea. So you don't want this red one on at all. Doesn't do anything. You guys have both blues. not having red at all, not even a single one. I don't think you can do any sick parkour here. What is this open? So 1 red equals this one open. God, this one's such a bitch to look at. But 1 blue doesn't mean a fucking thing. What a mess, dude. Okay, it doesn't change anything because this, I think. But what is the ground? Which one? That red one specifically? But this red one opens that door. So somehow that needs to not be activated, but all the other ones do at some point. I have no idea. I guess because this would be closer to blue, you might be able to avoid the red somehow. But on this side, I need both of these to be able to work. I mean, I have to swap, obviously, but... Can't say I'm a fan of this one. That'd be something you could just swap between freely, not some like temporary like super setup that you can't like redo without setting up the whole thing again. So the overall goal is to have both blues on, never this red, but be able to swap between this red and the blue or some shit. It just looks like a mess, man, to even read it. So that gives us both blues. That gives us the one red we want, but we don't want this to be red ever. How do I stop this from being red? And you gotta imagine I'm using the thingy. I don't think that would solve much of anything. Or not. Okay.
So close.
That one was kind of a pain to even like parse. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Which wire counts for what? A lot of fooling around. Oh, Jesus Lord. The halls of power. That'd be the hardest, yeah. I didn't expect the cutoff. I mean, there's few enough options where you can kind of just fool around, but yeah, it takes just a while to understand what the fuck you're looking at. Yeah, exactly. It's just very annoying to look at. You're like, what? It's like, which laser? I need two of these lasers, but one of these lasers. And once you finally get it, then you can start thinking about it. And it's like, okay, I need to somehow not get this color in there. And it's just like, you fuck around too much. hate it, but I definitely was not having like a whole lot of fun with it. Anything back here? There it is. But not till the very end. I'm guessing you have to redo this entire thing to make this work. Somehow. Technically, you could hit the inverse here. I hit a blue in the back. And do just a straight up blue connection here. In one spot though. This blue one still will not be hit. Really, this doesn't change anything, so probably wrong. think there's an angle where I can hit both blues. I want to move the other thing after we do this whole fucking deal though. Apparently I cannot hit two angles here. And this one still needs red. I just need a lot of red in general. 'Cause you can't get to that. Doing like a weird crossing. I guess you're just supposed to use this as like a spicy angle. It's like you can hit two from here, but then that one's fucked. Alrighty. I don't know if I can just inverse all these. That even would work. I can hit a blue straight up here. So let me take the blue off of that. Doesn't do shit because there has to be like a red crossing. I really feel like this is supposed to be either just outright here or near here. Doesn't really change anything. Unless I'm pulling it from somewhere else. I don't know why that has such a loud noise. Just because you're dragging something with you. It's already ripped out of my hands, man. I'm pretty aware. Hard to visualize it because there's all these ones in the middle that need to be a certain way. Damn, it sucks they didn't do hardly any jammer or barely any gravity ones. Like, surely there was more clever shit to do with the holes, too, instead of just laser paths. Who knows? Probably not. There's like a lot, or so you just don't see the angle. I can hit 2 from here, technically. Then how do you get to that? Can you hit 3? I don't think so. That wouldn't work anyways, because I need space to put some other shit in. I don't want to put one in here and drop some shit. Unlikely. Too jank. That would give me the blue. That would handle the red. Problem is there's another blue on that side now, so it just is already a failure. Looks like you can do this now. This red one wasn't in the fucking way. I do the opposite. I don't think so, because then you gotta run into these. I don't know if there's a multi-angle blue of any value here. There's not much to be done here. Because that blue's still not activated. And that red isn't either. I know these will end up crossing. 2 reds here. Suppose I don't have a way to get that blue. So many angles. So much fooling around. It's not one you can just kind of look at. Just kind of think about the whole thing. I don't have an extra one to just like nest in here. I can't shoot multiple angles of red. Put a blue in the middle. This doesn't go super far back. I don't know if really having that be the source matters much. Because, I mean, these all can get free reign without cutting each other off pretty easy, so. I just assume this one has to make up for one of these. Now it's cutting across here. Can't hit the red there. I can't do a triple red. Like an ultra wide red I can set up. This would be the answer. It's too janky, but experiment a little bit. And I was gonna have another red sit in the middle there. And then I could just pull from whatever the fuck I want. That would work if I could actually get the space required. I think I'm pretty much maxed on space. Looks like you could do that. So if I had just a little bit more space, you could shoot off and do another red. Alas, I do not. It would have to fit like in between this. Ain't happening. I mean, you can set this up farther away for sure. And then shit out a red probably, but maybe not. This is a fucking angle nightmare. This is getting stuck on every fucking wall. I don't think you can set this up. These all get blocked on the right, so you can't do it from like this side. It's like I don't see what you do other than put red here, because I don't know how the fuck you'd hit anything. I guess you could put like 2, but then you just got this weird cross. That's just not gonna work. It's too extreme. I just feel like opening one thing here is just kind of like, eh. And you can open that one up direct with the other thing. I guess if you could technically hit both of these at once, it'd be fine, but then you got the blue over there. I hit more than one of these. What's the thing in the back? I'd assume it wouldn't be some timed nightmare. Oh, what a finale. Whew. Yep. I need some coffee before Elden Ring. Rusty and tired. This puzzle does. Just puts you right to sleep. What do you think about this one, buddy? I don't know how I think about it yet. I think for me, I was hoping like maybe wean off the alternators and shit. A little bit. But it's kind of a pain to see the whole picture, but not that bad. It's definitely more of a thinking about the whole. Well, I guess I see what's going on. I was like, so you're thinking like, why are we using inverters? I mean, I haven't solved it, but imagine you swap the source. Possibly. Maybe it'll reverse it. Like, you only have to walk through half of them, I guess, at once. swap it and have it matter. I think I need to go back and fix this one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, why that took a while. I just had to ask myself, why the fuck are we using alternators? Like, you could do this puzzle without them. And then the answer came to me. You don't have to walk through every one of these at once. I think it just looks like you're so close to being able to do it all at once that you just play with that for like a really long time. Yeah, this one's not too bad. I'm glad it wasn't about the angles, really. The angles barely made a difference. It's just the swap. Assuming I doesn't like fuck still, but yeah. Yeah, I just got caught in the mind lock, I guess.
Welcome, welcome. Who
Ones
are
and
you?
zeros.
Don't you recognize me? I mean, you. How is this possible? This place is a loop, Byron. Eventually, you loop back on yourself, so here I am. And here you are. I need answers. Oh, answers. Answers. It's always answers with you, Byron, isn't it? Because you have to know everything. Because you deserve to know everything. And everyone else just has to deal with it. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. All of New Jerusalem. Oh, really? Then why are you here solving puzzles instead of out there helping your friends? Is it because you want your mummy? Is it because
Is this my reward?
so sad because mummy left you and she didn't tell you why?
Like I'm getting in trouble.
Not that simple, isn't it? What you can't get over is why she didn't tell you she was leaving.
What
That
is
has
this
nothing to do
fucking
with the
dial?
city. It's just about your ego. Okay. You know what? Fine.
Yeah, I guess he
Call it
meant
ego.
Athena, whatever, the
After
character from the
everything we
first
went through,
game.
Why not tell me? Why not take me along? Maybe she was just tired of you.
Almost forgot that's what he was obsessed with the entire
Oh,
game.
mummy, tell me what to do. Tell me what to think. Maybe she thought you'd finally grow up and actually do something instead of just complaining. I've done a lot more than just complain. It's not easy trying to push back against the momentum of history. Have you? Sure, you annoyed Herman into letting you play Explorer, and then you got your hand stuck on a magic table and missed half the expedition. Great job. Meanwhile, New Jerusalem is falling apart. That's why we need Athena. Athena can't even save herself. You have a point. What? You may be some sort of digital psychosis, but you're not entirely wrong. I didn't live up to my principles. I let my personal insecurities get in the
What
way.
in the fuck?
I should have stepped up
sitting
and taken
here?
responsibility. Responsibility? What makes you think you're cut out to lead? What makes you think anyone even respects you? Oh, shut up. You're just trying to draw me back into the loop. It won't work. We're not done here. Yeah, we are. Thanks for the life lesson. Now, go away. I have things to do.
Well, they could get chat. It's just no different, I'm guessing.
What's happening?
God, yeah. What fucking odd-ass style.
So that's why you were different. You literally confronted
Like,
yourself.
you get what they're saying, but it's just
Been
so
quite the experience.
fucking weak,
I
man.
wouldn't exactly recommend it as a leisure activity.
He's talking to
but it
himself
was
in the
necessary.
whiny, quirky
I was stuck in
dialogue.
a loop as much as Athena was.
We all were, I think, including myself. You know, you said something to me. I said, we don't need the theory of everything to be happy. And you said, it was never just about happiness. And I couldn't stop thinking about that. Because well, I knew I was right, that we could find happiness without expanding. But what if we needed more? What if a happy life and a good life aren't the same?
And did you figure out an answer?
No. And I'm still not sure what you're doing is right. But
Man, the
if I just sit
animation too
around
doesn't help it
hoping
starts
without actually
desyncing. That's
participating,
probably on my end, though.
Then you're making the same mistake I did. We swapped positions. That's funny.
I find it kind of embarrassing. But look, the truth is, I don't really know what we should do. But I do know that we were always at our best when we were together.
Amen to that. It's good to have you back, Al.
Okay, now kiss.
Or we could just take off and dump all the responsibility on 1K again.
He did hold up well under pressure.
Great. What a finale. Revelation, the achievement name. Yeah, I'm feeling the revel. Cool story, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not much into the story in this, obviously. I've said it a million times, but just finishing it, you don't even walk back, talk to Elohim or anything. It just shits you straight into fucking talking to yourself about your mom running away from home into goofy fucking like motivational poster bullshit. Yeah, it's hard to really. I mean, it's like, I mean, how can you? I mean, I get like, okay, maybe you just like the charming quirk of the characters, right? I mean, it's, you know, your favorite movies, fucking Marvel's Endgame, like whatever. I get it, right? There's a lot of people maybe feel something about the quirky fun, but like the spouting of like self-help and ethics and philosophy, just with almost zero care, precision, just vomiting it everywhere. Yeah, like some of the animations and shit. I just like, I don't know, man. This shit speaks to me, man. Bro. There was something about in this particular part, because it didn't get too much into the philosophy, I guess, that it just hard cuts to it right after you finish the puzzle. It almost is like telling you you're a loser for fucking doing the puzzles, man. Just for a second, man. Which I thought was funny. And very, very ignoring the gameplay again.
This was the story of the people we were a long time ago, when humanity was young. I
Epic
remember
music
it all. The places, the names,
by a Ford.
our flaws, our fears, our clunky old bodies. I used to have regrets, but when I look back now, I feel nothing but love. The world has changed, and we have changed with it. But the bonds that were forged in those years, so long ago on that distant blue planet, those bonds were never broken.
What are they, ascended galaxy-faring people now?
We are still human.
Yeah, this is how I wanted all of it to end, man. This fucking jackass who was annoying as hell through the whole game. I mean, I guess I would have preferred a Yaku. That would have been worse. Yaku fucking line at the end. Yeah. I'm gonna hear another monologue by him. I mean, would you have been happy with anybody? Probably not, but I guess he was the most antagonistic at times. I don't know, so he's extra annoying. He's got that like holier than thou vibe to him, man. I'm just like, alright, dude. Anyways, regardless, no matter what. Talos Principle 3, it's gonna be, we're gonna be interdimensional creatures where we discuss how sex is cool and moving into each other's dimension instead of homes. I don't know, man. There's just something about the blend of trying to be quirky, funny, we're still humans dialogue, but then also the vomit of like expository bullshit and the philosophy, and there's just zero grace, like I said, or precision or anything. It's just shit just happening and it's constant. Definitely not like a cute framework why the puzzles still just exist because it's a remnant of the first game. That's why she made them essentially as like the test or whatever, and then this time they're just for fun, I guess. The first game it was at least a little bit more cute why the puzzles would be there. This one really feels like it's just kind of along for the ride and they just got something else they want to do in the story. In the meantime, I think that one last level in the base game probably meshes it a bit better, but Jesus, dude. Anywho, well, that was the end of the DLC. Third DLC, definitely the best one. I would say still they didn't really live up to the potential of the mechanics. I'm not saying any like some insano shit, man, like just wild stuff, like, bleeding budget the whole time. Just, give some of these like mechanics a little bit more of a shot, explore them a little bit more. I mean, you got like a couple gravity ones, if that, in the third DLC. A lot of laser focused ones. It's like, there's always a lot of potential there, but there was an entire DLC focused to those already. So, I mean, I get it, the RGB, the alternators and stuff. Sometimes there's cute stuff to do with those, but I was definitely starting to kind of roll my eyes by the end at some of it. Not because those puzzles in particular were bad, like I didn't hate the last one. It was annoying for a bit, but it was more just like, there's only a few that were like kind of surprisingly clever or fun there, so. But it's still the best, I'd say, out of all of them. I think 2 is definitely just like, you just want more basic Talos 2. The hecahedron's a cool little mix up. And then 1's kind of, looks like they just kind of leveraged probably some shit an intern did in like an afternoon or something, right? It's not bad. It does some cool things, but it feels the least ambitious, even if I like the direction in theory. And the least thought out. Had the hardest puzzles though. The final 3 were definitely harder than about anything in this. For me. Or at least the time it took. I mean, I was kind of brain locked, but. I don't know. I mean, this one did have some cute ones. The sphere, the rotator. Ones that used like bigger areas with more like fancy level design to try to do something cute. Sometimes those big areas were just tedious, like the one with the blocks moving around looked cool, but at the end of the day it was just like a bunch of busy work steps and then you go do the real puzzle and it's easy to lock out and then you have to do it again and you're just kind of like, alright, That was one I cheated and I felt fine. I was like, I'm cool with that, man. Just spam jump and then you just fucking clip through it apparently. So yeah, I think overall I had fun with all these. Do I think we really got a good, nice stretch of the mechanics? Not really. I still feel like there could be way more cool shit, but I don't know. I feel like they kind of upped the difficulty a little bit. They focused a bit more on like laser stuff, but tends to be more confusing. So, too many RGB ones across the board. The RGB stuff is just, it's cute. It can be cute, but it's not like 15 puzzles in all these DLCs like worth the cute. Like all the gravity gets like 2 or something. There's like a couple jammer ones, and usually they're just more about using the moving platform. There wasn't a moving platform one in DLC 3, I think, so that was nice. Maybe I'm misremembering though. But yeah, there was just like a few that I would say have like impact, or I remember them, or will remember them, but it was still fun. Like I enjoy Talos, so I definitely recommend the DLC. Especially the second if you just like basic Talos too, but I think if you want a little bit extra, 3 is definitely the best one. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I guess you could bust through the first one real quick, but I'd say it's barely worth playing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The hexahedron and a couple of 3's puzzles, usually the ones in my opinion that involve fancier level design. Because at the end of the day, there's only so many times I want to see just like a basic couple walls and holes I have to put through rusty metal and just like a light laser thing. I think with just working with like the most basic elements, you could still probably do something more creative, but it's nice when they try to make something work by throwing together like a cuter level. Either that's just like a set piece or what have you. Like I said, I mean, it can't just be set piece because then you get that cube level, which barely interacts with the fucking mechanic at all. It just looks cute. Opens up a big gate. Hexahedron's not too far off of that, but it looks so cool and plays so cool. Like, it doesn't matter that it's pretty much linear. But yeah, I don't know. So, if they ever do another one, I definitely think I'm at the point with Talos, despite enjoying them all, that I would like to see like something a bit more shake up. I know this is the second game, so it's not like a big deal, but either in just the world structure, the chamber idea, play off, like they kind of dip into like trying to mix it up in the base game, like with the last level and the hexahedron and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit of that, you know, maybe a little bit of chambers, but like a little bit more like, you know, maybe some kind of overarching structure or something. Or I mean, obviously I'd be fine with chambers if they were just like, you know, they delved into more interesting mechanics and spicier ways with a cuter level design. At the end of the day, like, I don't know, some kind of shake up maybe is where I'm at. Maybe I just played too much Talos, but I definitely need like a long ass Talos break. Like, I enjoy it, but I think I've played more Talos this year than any game. So quite a bit of Talos. So yeah. I don't know. It's hard to just say, oh, just make more clever puzzles, but you know, there's a reason like people remember like this one, right? It's like cute. There's stuff going on. Like maybe it's not super difficult or anything, but like it uses the magnets and the gravity and kind of a unique bit of level design to keep it spicy. You know, Talos isn't something where you like a lot of movements happening and shit. It's like it needs to be like mostly like on the raw puzzle work. Like in Portal, it's like you can jump around and that keeps things fun even if the shit's simple. There's a bit of like an activeness to it, so it's like it can lean on that kind of crap where I feel like Talos isn't about that, so having like more clever, cute levels, I feel like it's more necessity. But yeah, it'd definitely be neat to see them kind of like expand out and kind of Shake it up a bit. Even if it was just a little. I mean, I don't know. I get that they probably want it to be very mass appeal. The story, I mean, in my opinion, just across the board on all these needs to be just fucking axed. just cut back really hard. I'm fine with dialogue. I'm fine with like fun characters, of course. It's just like I think some of it needs to be thought about, like when and what we're saying, and not just fucking having dialogue everywhere. Having it mesh with like the atmosphere and stuff better. You know, definitely a less is more kind of thing a bit. And if not, just, I mean, God, I don't know, man. I just didn't get into any of that, and I found it very intrusive. It's like you finish a puzzle and it's like, what's your reward? Like a 3-minute fucking cutscene. Some jackass self-helping himself, and I don't know, it's... It definitely doesn't put any wind in my sails, for sure. But I think visually it's pretty cool. I think with frame generation and all that, I can get it to look pretty decent. Some areas are just fucked when you zoom in and all that, but I'm on an old rig. I get that that's part of their appeal, is the more photorealistic nature areas and all that in this. Fine with all that. They try to mix up some of the sci-fi architecture and shit. It's mostly just big cubes. Not just the hexahedron, but even in the base game, it's just like cubes. Like I'm playing an old JRPG cube dungeon. But I think it's fine. There's big, interesting things to latch on to. Like I said, though, like the serene kind of just walking around, enjoying nature and shit, doing some puzzles vibe, I think is undercut really hard by the story chiming in probably too much. Yeah. Guess a more careful story, a larger shakeup maybe to the basic formula, and definitely just, you know, I get that not all the mechanics are going to be good, but I don't know if they are going to use them. I would really like to see a little bit more daring, I guess, creativity on some of the puzzles. Or at least, like, have it be more for optional stuff. Not just difficulty, but just... Like, I want to be able to remember some of these. Like, I've forgotten almost all of these already. Like, they're just like... I mean, some of that's just visuals, right? Like, there's puzzles I remember that are shit in this. Like, the cube wall one. Just because it had something visual going on. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily... I get that memorability doesn't mean that much, I guess. But... I don't know. I definitely feel like DLC 3, they were definitely pushing it a bit more. But... I don't know. There's just a lot of mechanics that didn't get used much. Full effort. I have fun with them all, despite complaining the whole time. But yeah. I still feel like Talos is unique in the grand scheme of things, so it can get away with probably quite a bit. But I definitely just feel like there's a lot of potential there. So hopefully they do more. 0.5% of people. Now, does that count people who just have the base game too? 0.1% of... Why does it say 0.1 and 0.5? Oh, it was lying. I must count base game. I like how when I look at my achievements, all the achievements that I don't have are fucking dialogue ones. I mean, I'm definitely of the probably minority who just like really hates the story, so I think that ends up cutting it a little harder. Anyways, I don't know if there's much more to say on it. I mean, if you guys want to discuss it more, we can. I always feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, even within the conversation, but more in the general thing. But like some people probably just jump in right here at the end. So yeah, we'll see. I definitely feel like in this one, despite you spending most of your time on puzzles, it was, I wouldn't say the least of their focus, but it was not a big part of it compared to the story. Inoffensive Talos content. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I find it very inoffensive. It's very safe. I think I said that earlier, especially in regards to two. Um, you know, the laser puzzles and the gold part were the most like, oh wow, they're actually gonna do probably some very niche shit. I mean that you only have to solve 8 puzzles in DLC 3, which is fine. I mean, if you just want people to just be able to move on with the story, hey, whatever, right? That's a fine way to do it, but yeah. I mean, they definitely weren't trying to reach for the stars, but it's a chunky DLC with a little bit more going on than I guess I expected, just not hope. Like I said, the hexahedron. Few of the 3 puzzles. Yeah, a solid amount of stuff for sure, which is cool. How much did it cost again? I don't remember. 20. Pretty good. Pretty good for that, I would say. Oh, I can see why it's reviewed well. I mean, it's gonna review well anyways, because I mean nobody playing this hates Talos. So it's just more Talos too. With like a little bit more stuff going on here and there, but I feel like more Talos 2 to me is personally is I had a lot of problems with Talos 2 being a little too safe, a little too introductory, but that's like the whole game, the story, stuff like that too. So doing more of it while it's fun to just run through Talos 2 as like a speed puzzle kind of game. And just, oh, there's a new mechanic every like 2 hours. It's just kind of, new area and shit. Like it's chill, can be refreshing to jump between the mechanics. You always feel like, oh man, you want to feel clever, you want to see something clever, you want to see something that excites you, and I don't think it ever does that. It's just a nice time, which hey, that's not too bad, but I don't know. I mean, I just think I think they could do more. So I'm putting this in as its own entry. This shit's longer than most games. I want to remember and probably talk about it at the end of the year on its own. So. When did this come out? A week ago, right? Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and shooting the shit about it. Probably easy for me to say, oh, I wish they went a little harder, but I feel like there's good examples of that, and definitely moments where they attempt to do some of that. Within the DLCs, right? Like obviously the hexahedron, obviously some of the spicier puzzles, like the sphere one that everybody seems to like, right? Like those are very much like you have to imagine when they're making them, you're like, oh yeah, this is a fancier, ballsier one, right? It's got its own little island and some more shit kind of along those lines. Not just like I said, bleeding budget, but that feels like it has like an idea that somebody is passionate about that they want to explore, not just I'm just making another puzzle kind of feel. Like I mean, I that's being mean and like because clearly I mean all these puzzles you have to think about enough to make them. It's not like they just appear, but there's some of them you're like, oh yeah, this one they probably thought this was cool, man. A lot of these are just like, oh yeah, like there it is, like the cube one with the cube wall. It's like they thought the visuals were probably cool, but I don't imagine there was a lot of excitement for the puzzle part. It's just kind of there. You know? I just feel like you get that vibe through like a lot of it. You're just like, all right, you know. Like it's very workman sometimes. Not to say they're not passionate by any means. There's just some that feel more exciting than others. I guess that's a roundabout way to say it. Anywho, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna jump into another DLC, the Elden Ring DLC. Whoa! Let's see what the fuss is about. Hopefully that's good. Supposed to be tough. I'm gonna be rusty, so yeah, I'm gonna do a quick bathroom break, grab something to eat, a little extra, maybe get some coffee, and then we'll roll into that. So, thank you guys for watching Talos. Probably be no more Talos content on here until another one, or they do some other game. Who knows? But yeah. Well, I guess most of my Talos play this year was off stream. There's a good hundo hours. I think I did off stream testing shit. At least. I'm curious how long that. Oh, it doesn't quite. Oh, that's because I played it.